We're going to look at brochures today. So I need you to open up your Microsoft Word, and you probably want to look at a few things. You want to make sure that you have your toolbox open. So you want to make sure your toolbox or formatting palette is available. And if you'd like, you can also have this information right down here. Now, some of you might have a different version of this. So you might just want to take a look. Maybe under toolbars, I have the formatting and the standard. So I prefer that. It's up to you what you have. Now we're going to take a look at brochures. So what I need you to do is go up to New. We're going to go to Project Gallery, and we're going to find brochures. So how I did that one more time is you're going to go up to File, Project Gallery right at the top where my arrow is. Click on that, and then you're going to find brochures. Hopefully your setup looks very similar to this. I'm hoping you have pretty close to the same version. Some of the older computers might not, but you're going to find that. Otherwise, ask Sean and John for help, or the guest teacher. And what I'm going to do is, for our first assignment, we are going to pick capital brochures, and we're just going to play around with it. So I double clicked on it, and here it looks like. Now you'll notice that all the text boxes here that I'm highlighting with my mouse are all kind of preset. And you'll notice that they have some funky words in there, and that's just Latin, and it fills up space. So that way you can see that you can type those things. So what I'd like you to do is copy this brochure. And so I'm going to double click. This is going to be my front, my middle of my back. So it's like a three-fold brochure. And then the very back, and you'll notice that if I scroll down, this will be the inside of my brochure. So we're going to take a look, and we're going to make a brochure for our class. So this is Tech 6, and I'm going to change the font. So I'd like you to do the exact same things we're doing. I'm going to hold my mouse button down, highlight it, and I'm going to change it to be, let's pick Arial. And I want it to be bold, and I want the color, font color, to be something different. So I'm going to go under the A, click on that, and I'd like it to be green. Let's see if it lets me change it. It might not let me change it because it's probably preset, or maybe black. There, black will look nice and good. Next, I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to change this. So I'm going to click on this, actually double click, so that way the information disappears, and I'm going to put our hour, and it is 4th hour. And I'm going to hit return, and I'm going to put room 8, middle school. Middle school. There. And what I want to make sure is that room 8 in middle school is highlighted, and I want it centered. So I'm going to go to aligning and spacing, and I'm going to go under align center, and I'm going to move my mouse right over that, and it's going to be center. Now, I like my font, again, to be Arial. So I'm going to highlight this, and Arial. Perfect. Next, I'm going to change this area, and I might put brochure making example. And I'm going to leave the font like that. Actually, I'm going to change it to be Arial because I think it looks consistent. Looks a little more professional when the fonts are in the same family. So there we go. And I'm going to make it bold, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here. Oops, maybe too big. Perfect. All right, we're just going to go there. 18. Perfect. So that's my front cover. Next, I'm going to put here activities, and I'm going to highlight that, double click to highlight, and I'm going to make that Arial as well. And I'm going to put what we do. And I'm going to use bullets here. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to go to bullets, and I'm going to click type. And I don't want squares, I want dots. There. So what do? We do Mavis 21, which is typing. We also have done GarageBand. We've done file sharing. Oops. We've done Google Docs and presentations and spreadsheets, everyone's favorite. And now we're doing Microsoft MS Word. All right, so we're gonna highlight this. I'm gonna make it Arial because that's what I like. I'm going to now, instead of centering it, I want it all at the end, or text align left so it all looks orderly. And I can make this font a little bit bigger. Oops, maybe that's way too big. Let's make it a little bit smaller, 14. Perfect. Here, I don't really need this. I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to click on this. I don't want this, delete. And in the back, I am going to put goals. I'm going to highlight that to make it Arial. And our goals for this rotation. Dot, dot, dot. I'm going to make that Arial again. And I'm going to change, double click to erase it. Our goals, I'm going to do some bullets again. And I'm going to change the type style. Mine automatically defaults to the square, but I want the dot. And I want it to be left aligned. So our goals for this rotation is to improve typing speed. Hit return, and then the next bullet comes down to learn how to collaborate. Or that means work with each other online. That includes like using our Google Docs and file sharing. Improve our office skills and formatting skills. Perfect. I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to make it Arial. Perfect. And then here is where you're going to put your information. So what I like about tech, dot, dot, dot. And then down here, you're going to put what you like about tech. So there might be a few things that you like. You're going to do it here. So here's one text box. So if you double click, you can totally get rid of that. And here's another text box. Totally up to you which one you use. And I'll let you format that. And then also here, under question and answer, I want you to put at least question and answer. I'm going to double click that. Q and A, that means question and answer, at least 2 questions you have. And look, you'll notice that my typing totally disappeared because I have too big a font, so I need to change that. And I'm going to highlight that again and make that Maybe 11 will work. Nope, I need to make that. And I probably could make this a little bit bigger here. Nope. So I'm going to make this actually quite small. So instead of 11, I might need it 9 so that it fits in the box here. And that's okay if it's really small for this project. All right, so you are down here going to answer what you like about tech. Here, you're going to come up with 2 questions. So you might have Q1, question 1, how can I create an iMovie? Maybe that's your question. I want you to come up with 2 questions. When you are done, there's a few other things you might want to change. You are going to, and I need to close these up so I can see my style. You'll notice that if you go all the way down here, there's a document theme. And so you can kind of change the color. Right now it's kind of a bluish color. You might want it to be purple. You might want it to be, you can change the color thing here. You might want it to be infusion. You might want it to be habitat, so it's more of an earthy, weird color. And you might want it to be maybe some really bright colors like that. So go ahead and change the color so it's different. Also, if you'd like to change a picture, if you double click on the picture here of the house, double click, you can change the color image. You can put, let's see, some soft glows around it, maybe. So there's kind of a soft glow. And let's say you want to change the picture. You can find a picture online. So I'm going to grab this picture. Maybe I want computer. And I want an image. And I want this happy computer. So I'm going to just move this over here. Now hopefully you'll be able to click and drag. And then you'll notice that it really does take up this big old spot. So what I want to do is I want to resize it. So you'll notice that when I put my mouse over at the very corner, I've got 2 arrows. I'm going to resize and drag over top. And in fact, if I want to get rid of the picture behind it, I can click on it, hit delete, and then I'll get rid of it. And I can just drag it right up there. And I might need to actually fit it in better, because my picture's a little big on my computer. So after that, and you can mute your arrows. Once you're done with fixing that computer, what I'd like you to do is make different pictures for this one. I'm going to scroll down and change the picture here. You should have at least, you can go ahead and add more, 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures. And when you're done, you're going to put it in your shared Google Drive folder. Make sure it's your name and you call it tech or brochure.